Yeah, just Rathdowney Mick here. So what I'm doing here is I'm videoing. We're at little town where my mum grew up, and it's it's on the border range of New South Wales and Queensland. The little town is called Rathdowney, and we've actually gone up Running Creek Road. Now, if you look up over there, that's heading south. That's heading directly. There's some train line up there that's a pretty special sort of a deal. So effectively, what we're running up into here is the Great Divide, and we're in the border range of New South Wales and Queensland. So this is Running Creek. So what I want to do is I just want to video it. We're actually in a very hilly area. Now, people by the name of Flanagan's is where my mum used to live. My grandfather that we're looking at the cemetery, he worked on the farm up here and worked in the timber. Now, if you have a look, this is really mountainous country, all cuttings in here, and they worked on a property by the name of people by the name of Flanagan's, Tony Flanagan. Apparently he was a extremely good machine operator. And if you have a look over here, it's a New South Wales XR8 Falcon, just going past, Australian made, beautiful piece of machinery, 5.4 litre twin overhead cam, 260 kilowatt V8, naturally aspirated, cast iron block aluminium heads. But anyhow, here we are. All this here's been felled, all this through here, and there's a railway line over there you can see. That's the railway line that heads through to New South Wales. And all this here, very mountainous over there. So this is when my grandfather passed away. When my grandfather passed away from stomach cancer at 51 years of age, this was the last place he worked. He'd worked here for many years, and also worked up on the Sunshine Coast in the hinterland, where one of my other Rathdowney Mick videos, and I was saying the countryside was very similar. This is more mountainous. So, extremely steep country that they logged, which, I mean, given today you wouldn't log it because it's too steep. But fairly hard farming land. It's fairly dry. But in the day they cleared a lot of all that sort of stuff, which you would never have done now. So this is all just worth having a good look at, I think. And the farmhouse was just back on the other side of the railway line over there on Flanagan Road. And when we go back past there, I'll show you this. But I can remember as a tiny little boy looking out at it. And I reckon it's a non-formed road. So that's all the Flanagan property as far as I know there. All through there, and I don't know how big a farm they had, but I think it was a pretty big farm. But the unformed road, but I'll video it when we go past. But I can hear the creek, and that's Running Creek. So, beautiful area. Rathdowney Mick. I'll just shut this off because here's my brother-in-law. But this is where she grew up as a little girl. And this is where her dearly beloved dad that she always talked about so much was. And it is bloody mountainous country, very steep. Look back around and see some sort of pine up on the ridge there, right back around. And this is east of 29A. We've got campers going everywhere, heading south, heading north, over the border. They're coming, the southerners are coming up here. But anyhow, Rathdowney Mick out.